Transition in CSS. So what is transition and how do we do transitions? And after that we will discuss about transform. So these are some crucial properties in CSS. Now let us come to transition in CSS. So what is meant by transition and how do we do that? Let's come here and now I'll directly go to our VS Code. So now we'll create a new file transition.css and now a HTML file transition.html. Okay, I shouldn't have named it transition because we are going to learn some more properties. I can name it as animation in .html, animation.html, and I'll rename it to animation.css. So as the topic is clear, we are going to study about animation in CSS. So I'll read, our title will be animation in CSS. I'll use command B. Now let's go live. So I will create a div, very simple. Okay, now we will go to animation.css now and I will show you some amazing effects. So for div, my height is 100 pixels, my width is also 100 pixels, my background color is this one. Now border, let's give 2 pixels, solid black. Now I want that when I hover this div, what happens? Its border radius becomes 50% and its background color becomes yellow. Okay, let's see if it comes or not. I will refresh. Okay, these files are not linked. So how I will link them? I will use my link tag and right here animation.css. Whenever I hover, can you see it is changing directly? No effects are here. But I want to give it some smooth effects, a smooth transition to show the difference between these two. To show how it is changing from a square to a circle. So for that, we will study about transition in CSS MDN. Now see, the transition CSS property is a shorthand property for transition property, transition duration, transition timing function, transition delay, and transition behavior. Okay, it's not that difficult that you are studying right now. I'm just giving you a definition of transition. So what I will do, I'll write here transition, and in transition, what are we changing? Border radius. Okay, now our next thing will be that we will add here. Okay, before naming it, let's give it only, I will only write time, that is 2 seconds. Let's see what happens now. Some smooth effect is here. It is changing and very slowly it is changing. Now we can also see the change in color, right? So I hope you are getting what transitions do. Now when I'm going there, it is changing and then it is coming back. When I move my mouse away from the square, now I want that when I hover, after 2 seconds, it changes its position. See how it is visible on the screen. Now I will hover. See, after 2 seconds, it is showing its transition. Now I will hover again. After 0.3 seconds, it is showing its transition state. Right now, what I want is that I will name a transition. Okay, there are different types of transition names. Some is pop-up. There are different types of transition names. For example, the transition can be linear, transition can be ease in. So every time you see, the transition is different. See, now it is making transitions in steps. Now see how it is making the transition. So for our this square, I will give a transition which is dash in, is dash in. There's one more transition, dash out. Whenever I go back, okay, how it is working? See, normally how it was changing. See, there's a little difference whenever I name these properties. Okay, we will take another div. I'll give it a class any and I'll create one more div with class 2. Okay, now here dot 1 will come, here dot 2 will come, and we were giving this hover effect for dot 1. Now for dot 2, what I want is, it's a yellow box, it's a blue. Okay, now I want it to give it a falling effect. So let's see how it will fall down. To hover, and here I want to say its margin top increases by 60 pixels. Okay, so our transition name is margin dash top. After for 2 seconds, I want it to fall and there should be a delay of 0.2 seconds. Let us see how it looks. Now I will hover and see how it is falling down. Let's increase the pixels. I'll make it 600 pixels. See, whenever I hover, it is falling down. See, whenever I am hovering, it is having a falling down effect. Now let's make it for 5 seconds. For 5 seconds, it is falling. I can even give a change in background color. So let's make the background color aqua or aquamarine. For 5 seconds, it is falling. Now I want to increase this time. I'll make it 3 seconds. So let's see what happens then. After 3 seconds it will fall down. So I hope, see, this is my transition delay, this is my transition duration for like for how much time this thing is going to happen. So we are saying for 5 seconds it is going to happen. Now you can try out a different properties. Let's try this steps also. Now we'll come here. Not work, it's not working here. Some transition proper, okay, maybe it's because of 3 seconds. Now I will again hover, it will again fall down. I'll hover again, it will again fall down. Hover again, it will again fall down. So this is how my steps property is working. So there are various ways you can try this, and do try it and just enjoy your CSS transitions. Okay. So actually this is a shorthand for transition property. What do I mean by property is that, see, transition property sets the CSS property to which a transition effect should be applied. See here what we were seeing, that the color is changing very fast, but margin top, change in margin top, we are seeing some kind of effect. Okay, so I will do one thing, I will write here background color and then see what happens. Background, or I will just copy. See how it is getting changed. Even the margin top is changing, but whenever I hover, this is how the color is getting changed. So it's important to know at like to which property we want to apply these transitions to. Okay. Now I want my this square to move here in a linear position. It should change its margin right. So let's do one thing. Margin. Okay. It will take a margin of 50 pixels from left, and I will apply this transition to my margin left property. Margin dash left for 2 seconds and linear change it. It will is a linear change. See how it is changing. Now I will increase my margin left. See, now it's again going back. So this is how my transition property work. I hope you are enjoying it. Now it's not just transition. We have some more properties like transform, rotate, skew, translate, and scale. And they all are very interesting to work with. I'll give you example of each and every one. Okay. So how we work with transform property is that, okay, for doing this, what I will do, let me just comment all these things and I will comment this as well. Here I will write transform and here I will have div 1 and I'll create 4 divs. Okay. Now we have this 4 div. I will come here and for styling purpose I will use some different kind of property that I can teach you. Border 2 pixel, solid black, same, and margin I will keep 10 pixels so that I have margin on top, left, right, bottom, everywhere. Now I will give it a height of 20 pixels and a width of 100 pixels. See, width is quite less, so I'll make it 150 pixels and height will be 40 pixels. Hope this is clear. Now see very carefully what I am doing. For div and div colon nth hyphen off hyphen type, and here I will write 2n. So for all the even divs, what I mean by even divs, this is my first div, this is my second, this is my third, and this is my fourth. So this is even and this is even. This one is odd and this one is odd. So this is my even div, this is my even div. So this property is going to apply on my even divs. I want its background color to be orange, and for all the divs that are odd. So how do I do that? I'll write again nth of type and 3n. So this will make it for the even div, odd divs, and the background color is yellow. Okay, it's not working. Background color yellow. Why it is not working? For 2n it is orange. We have 4 boxes. One is orange. Why it's not taking yellow color? Okay, now it's fine. For all odds number, it is orange, and for 2 and even numbers, it is yellow. That's fine. Okay, now let us give them some ID. 1 ID, 2 ID, 3 ID, 4. Now we have 4 IDs. Now I will come on 1 and here I will start styling and apply each transform property one by one. So my first transform property is rotate. Rotate 30 degree. I hope you are aware with degrees. So we rotate in degrees. Okay. It's not centimeter, meter, or pixels. It's degree. So see how my box is looking like. Now I'll give some margin top so that, and also I'll give, now it is in my center. Now I have another transform property. So see how it can rotate it to 30 degrees. We can rotate it to 60 degrees. Or let me do one thing. I'll write some text inside it. I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4. It's FOUR 4. Okay, so it's going very up. I'll create a paragraph here and give style it, and margin top is 50 pixels. That's fine. Now we will come to 2 and let's see what we have here. Okay, one more thing, we can even give it in minus 180 degree. See, it has created completely. Now I can give it 360 degrees also. 360 looks like whatever we start, we ended there. So what if I do it, make it 160? See, this is how it looks. For now, I'll leave it 60 to 60 or 30 degrees only. Okay, now let's come back to our next transform property and make it to transform, and it is scale. So scale means increasing the size. So for now, I'll write only 3. See how it has increased. I can write it like this. It means this x means, see, this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. So if I want to increase, how is my x-axis? This way. So if I want to increase its width this way, one second, let me change my pen. This is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. My box is here now. Now it will get scaled. So it will increase in width. If I want to increase its height, if I change its y-axis, it will increase in this and this direction. So this is my height. It will increase the height of the box. So here this is x and this one is y. So let me erase all of it now. Now in x direction, I'll write 2. See, change in width. Now in y direction, I'll write 1. So see how its height has decreased. If I make it 2,5, see how it is looking right now. There is another way of writing it. Suppose you don't want to increase in x-axis. You want to increase only in y. So we'll write scale y 2. So now only height will increase. And if I write like this, scale x, and only width will increase. So this is my 1 and 2, my two properties. The one was rotate and the another one is my scale property. The next one is my the next one here is my skew property. Transform, and I will write here skew. So what does skew do? So before coming here, see, skew means making it tilted. So it will tilt to some degrees. So let me write skew. Let us understand the meaning of skew first. Skew, CSS, and let's go to W3 schools and we will find something there. Yeah, see, this means skew. In each direction, we can skew, transform skew. So it will tilt like this or tilt like this. Now let's come here and then I'll show you. Suppose I have a box. This is my square. Okay, now what I want is that it looks like this. I want to change it how it looks. I want to make it look like it. So from here also it was originally like this, okay? And from here it was originally like this. Okay? So it has shifted to some degrees here and some degrees here. So let's say it is 30 degree. It is also 30 degree. Okay, now I will write here skew 30 deg, comma 30 deg. Yes, see how it is looking right now. Even 30 is not looking very bad on it. We'll make it 5 degree. Now see, this way we can give it so many effects. Now my this axis is fixed and it has only changed from this particular direction. See, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll make its original position and see how it is changed. Now I will give 0, 0 here, 0 deg. Okay, now this is my original box. So I'll draw a box here, just right here. This is my original box. Now let us start giving it some degrees of value. 10 degrees here and 10 degrees. See how it has shifted from its original position. It was initially like this. It shifted this angle, and from here it shifted this angle and this way, and from here also it has shifted this. So it is taking some, it is shifting like this. Basically it shifted from here and from here. Okay, so these are the angles that we are giving it. Now let's increase the angle. Here I will give 100 degrees and here also I'll give 100 degrees. See, so let's give 1 degree and 1 degree now. Shifted to a very small extent. Now 2 degrees and 2 degrees. See, so this is how my skew work. Let me just delete this particular lines now and we will come to our last transform property, translate. So what does translate do? Let's discuss about our translate. So don't get confused between transition, transform and translate. These three are totally different. My fourth box has ID 4 and transform is translate. So let's write 120 pixels, comma. See, it has changed. What if I don't write percentage, then what happens? It has actually shifted from its original position. See, originally where it was here. Okay. Now it has shifted like this. And what if I translate it to 10 pixels? Only a little bit it is so this is how my translate property work. Okay. And what if I want to translate it in y direction? In y direction, if vertically I want to move it, then I'll use translate y, and if in direction I want to move it, it will be x. I can even give both the properties together. It's 100 pixel comma 100 pixel, this way. Okay. And for now I'll make it in pixels only, because this here the value of y is in pixels, so I'll just delete it. So I hope you all are clear with these transition properties, and now you can make something very you can make some good animations out of it. Now here's one more topic that we will discuss right now, that is CSS shadows. Let me just create a PPT page, and right now I will write here CSS shadows. Okay, so how do we give shadows? See, what exactly is shadow, then we will discuss that. Suppose I will take a rectangle. Okay, now I want to give some shadow properties. So for that we have four dimensions, right? Top, bottom, left and right, and shadow also has a color. Okay, so I'll write a basic syntax so that you can all remember it, and I'll add a text body. So let's write it 2 pixel, 3 pixel, 2 pixel or 4 pixel or 3 pixel, and give it a color green. So my box will have a shadow now. Let's come here and I'll write h1 shadows, and here I will come to h1 and give it a height 100 pixel. Height is 50 pixels enough. Width is 200 pixels, and background color of aquamarine. Now border will be my 2 pixel solid black. Now what I will do, I'll give it some shadow. So to give a shadow property, we have box shadow syntax 2 pixel, 3 pixel, 4 pixel and 5 pixel. I'm just giving it to show you, and I want the shadow to be of gray color. See how this is having a shadow. We can even give it 3D effect. So I'll write here CSS shadows. We don't have to remember these values. We already have so many websites that has some shadow properties. Like see, we have this box. I will just click here and copy its code, and I can come here and directly paste it. Now see, I also can have this effect. I want to have effect like this. I will come here and paste it. If I want to have an effect like this, let me just remove this border. Now see, so we already have a lot of websites to give shadows. We just need to be aware about the basics. See, this is how it is looking. So this was about our CSS shadows. So our next topic is background images. So let me first download an image. I'll go to Unsplash. So this image is looking good. I'll just go and save image as, and I will save it in my documents folder in trainings, in teaching, and inside Naviksha I will save it. Okay, here is Naviksha. For HTML1, I have this image. Okay, now what I want to do is background.html. Now no more external CSS. Only internal CSS I will use, and I will write here one exclamation mark. Okay, now what I will write here, background image. Here I have a div, and I will style this div inside style tag, and for div I'll give a height of 400 pixels, width of 300 pixels. Okay, so I will go live from this page only, and my border 2 pixel solid black. Okay, I'll give it margin auto. Now it is in center. Let's give some margin top as well. So 30 pixel, very less, 50 pixel would be enough. Okay, now to give background image, we write background image property, and here we can do it in two ways, either URL, and how I write my URL here, I'll write the name of my image. So what is the name of my new image? I will rename it to img. I hope avif format is compatible. So let's go to background image, and here I will write slash and img.avif. See, this is how it is looking. So what I will do now, because I want the div of only this dimension 400 pixel, 300 pixel, but my image is not getting fixed. So for that we have background size property. So I will write as background hyphen size, and here we have three properties. One is auto. When I write auto, I can't see any change. I'll show you how it will work. It actually makes the image work. So I can write contain. When I used contain, this is what happening with my image. but even we use it less times. We actually use cover more. See, this is actually covering my image. How do I show you what is the problem with contain? I have another image. Okay, let's take this image. Even this, its name is image. Okay, I'll rename this to barack.jpg it was. So let's come here, and here I'm using different image, class dot box, and here I will write dot box dash one, and this is my dash two. And I will give same height, width, and everything will be same. Okay, now only my image name will change. So what was the image of my name of my image? Slash, and I will write here dot box one. Okay, it shouldn't be dot here. So see, here in cover everything is fine. For this I will make this image as contain. So what is happening? My image is repeating. What if I increase the height and width of this image? Let's increase the width. So if I make it 600, see, my image is getting repeated. And now if I make it cover, it is actually making the image fit inside my box only. But contain is making my image repeat. Okay, what if I use here auto? Even now my image is getting repeated. It is trying to fit in, but it actually blurs the image. We hardly use auto. Only in some situations we use it, but it's best if we use cover. Okay, this was about my background image and background size. Let me add it in PPT. Background image and background image and background size. So we have three sizes, and for the syntax of it is URL. I'll just copy it from here. That's fine. And for background size, we have cover. Next one is my contain. So I'll write here contain, copy it and paste it here. And the next one is auto. So for auto, what we do? So this way I have my background image and background size. Let me also reduce their size as well. See, so the next thing that we are going to cover about CSS is its positions and z-index. Okay, so even positions and z-index is a very important topic. Okay, in positions, we have various types of positions in CSS. So what are positions? How do we use them? Let's discuss them. Okay, so first we will go to position MDN CSS. So we have four types of position. First one is static, second one is relative, next one is absolute, and the next one is sticky. So don't worry, I'm not going to teach you from here. This is just to show you that if you ever want to read documentations, that in future you will have to do it. We have our MDN and you can read it from there. Now let's go to our VS Code. I'll write here positions.css.html. Now, and I'll use command B. The topic name is positions. Okay. And now what I will do? I'll have a div, and okay. So I will always have div 1. So it's about my first position. My position is static. Okay. So I'll have another div now, and its class is static. And here, okay, we will discuss about this later. Let's just study about static. It's my style, and here I will write for all divs. I will have a background, not background color. Background color we will change. Okay, let's keep it the background color also. It's yellow. Height is 100 pixels. Width is also 100 pixels, and I will write static inside it. Okay, now from margin top I will have a little bit, 20 pixels is enough, and let's go live from here. Now I will give it border 2 pixel solid black, and I will make its display inline block. Now here I'll add dot static, and here I will give background color green. That is showing like this. One second. Let's go live again. This is a problem. It shouldn't happen. No margin top is here. No extra divs. No extra CSS is here. It's inspected because there is some problem. Maybe it is taking some by default styling that we are not giving it. H1 for this div, we have removed margin top. But if I make it okay, if I refresh this page, it has display inline block. Let me make its display as inline block as well. No change. 104, it's 104. For div only we have changed the style, but why it is coming like this? Why it's not taking inline block property? If I make it inline, working fine. What if I make it block? That is fine. If I do it inline block, there is a problem. So let's do one more thing. I'll try to use this on different browsers. Sometimes even the browser extensions are problem. Use Safari for this. Paste it here. Still the same problem. Let's take off help AI then, because I don't think there is some problem in this code. Everything is fine. We give this code here and attach this attachment to see what is the problem. Okay, for that I will have to log in. Okay, these boxes are not taking inline lock display and they are coming side by side. Should tag preceding the div element or possibly other CSS factors like margins or paddings. I don't think such one can ever be a problem in this case. Okay, let's do one thing. I'll give a universal selector. I'll say margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. Still a problem. I haven't even given any kind of position property till now and still it is happening. Create more divs. Then let's see what happens. Again the same problem. Why it is not even going up? Even if there's no margin top right now. Let me change it. All these Ds are taking line block property. But if I make only two divs, now it looks fine. After giving class, it is good. There is some problem. So any? Even now it is fine. Okay, that was fine. What if I give it class? Dot one. That is fine. I don't know what was the issue, but still it is working fine and it's good. Static. Okay, everything is still same. I don't know what was the issue earlier. Margin top I will give 10 pixels. Or margin left will be 50 pixels. That's fine. Even 250 is actually high. Let's make it 50 pixels only. Yes, now here what we will do now, instead of giving this, because margin left is here. Okay, that's fine. Now I will write here some text which is static. After writing this text, it is happening. Maybe the text inside it is also taking some. Okay, I'll not write any text for now. After writing the text only, then this problem is coming. Okay, so I have two boxes. So what I will do, I'll make its position as static. So see, static is the by default position of every element. It doesn't take left, right, top, bottom values. Okay, static do nothing. It is actually just the by default state of any element. So if I try to give here, if I try to write something like here, move 20 pixels from top, it won't work. If I try to write something like here, bottom 20 pixels or left 20 pixel, right 20 pixel, nothing special is going to happen because static is the by default property, so every element just remain the same the way it was earlier. I hope it is clear. Nothing special to know about static. Now my next property is, I'll make one more div. Which one also I'll give some styling so that it is important. Margin auto, margin left 30 pixels. Okay, now I will add one more h1 and relative div and another div, and its class is relative. I will have a e in the end. Okay, so for I'll write here dot relative and I will give a background color. It will be green only and I will give it position relative. Nothing, I know you can't see any change even now, but you will see the change now. I'll give it top property and say move 30 pixels from top. It is moving. Now I will say move 130 pixels from top. It is moving. If I say move left 20 pixels from left, it is shifting. If I say 120 pixels, then it will shift. Okay, so for now I will make it lesser and for to left I'll shift it to this much. Now here is my another property, that is absolute, and I will reduce this top to 20 pixels. I'll make it 0 only then. Now it's fine. Okay, so here I will write absolute. Now I can give anything to this top. So for top, as for absolute as well, I'll write here ABSOLUT. Absolute. My background color will be green. My position is absolute. Okay, no special change. Now you will see the change. From top, I will give it 30 pixels. Okay, what happened? See, it is absolute, but now if I give it top, it is taking this top 30 pixel value from where? From the browser window. Okay, and from where this relative was taking its top value? From its original position. Okay, absolute shifted 30 pixels top from the browser window, and it shifted from its original position. Now what I will do, I will give it left 30 pixels. Even this value it is taking from its top, from it is taking it from browser window left. Here it is taking, okay, it is taking it from here. Okay, so now we know that how absolute is work. But so I'm sure you are aware about the difference between relative and absolute now. Okay, now what I will do, I will add one more div here, and here also in absolute part also I'll add one more div. So where is my next div coming? I'll tell you. Since it is not working fine, I'll come here and draw it here. See, I had a div with position relative. Then I had one more div. Then I had one more div. It shifted from its original position and it came here. So what should be the value of where should the next div come? It can either come here or go there. Anywhere it can go. But it is only coming here, and still the original position where it was drawn originally. It was here originally, and then it shifted. It is still remaining blank. But in case of absolute, what is happening? This was my first div, this was my second div, and it moved somewhere to the top. Suppose it moved here, we created a new div, and where it is coming? It is coming here. It means that whenever absolute leaves its position, it does not create any empty space. It leaves its space. But when relative leaves its original position, its original space can't be taken by any other element. So this was one more difference between absolute and relative. Now let's discuss some more properties. We have one more property, sticky. Okay, now I'll have div CICKY sticky. Okay, now here I will write dot background color green and my position is sticky. Now let us come to the browser window. See, even sometimes our ChatGPT can't resolve our problems. We have to do it on our own. So never rely on AI. Absolutely. We were here, right? Okay, we are here. So Sticky made no such change. So what I will do, how can I show you this? I'll add some paragraph with text lorem, and I'll use command B here, and I will keep on replicating this text. Okay, so we have so many lines of this. Now see, I will start scrolling down. Okay, I haven't given it position sticky. Position sticky, why it's not working then? And I will say top 30 pixels. Yes, now it is working. See, whenever I give it position sticky and I give it a value 30 from top, you need to stay away 30 pixels. So see, I was here. Then I started scrolling down. When I scroll down, it is taking 30 pixels from the top and it is moving along the screen. Okay, so this is how my sticky works. There is one more position like sticky, but there is a slight difference. Its name is position fixed. Okay, now I have a div and its class is fixed because our position name is also fixed. Here I will write dot fixed and background color is green and position is fixed. Okay, now see, wherever I am going, it is also coming with me. For a second, I will just remove this sticky position and see. Wherever I am going, it is coming with me. But in case of sticky, what was happening? I hope it works now. It will not move with, okay, not work. Okay, let's come to Canva then. Here is my Canva. In case of sticky, what was happening? It was not moving with me until I scroll down and it had the value of top 30 pixels. So suppose this is my top and this my overall distance is 300 pixels. Okay, so and the value that I am saying is top 30 pixels. So if I scroll down, now it has become 30 pixels from the top. Then only it will start moving with me. But in case of fixed, it will move wherever I go. Even if I give no value, it will be remain only with me. So we use this fixed position in many, like we use this sticky and fixed position in nav bars a lot. You will see it. Okay, I'll show you some more examples. W3 school CSS positions. And now you will see we have covered all these positions. Here, this one, this div, the div element has position fixed. See, it is moving along the screen. Can you see now? And for sticky also, very sticky. The element with position sticky is position based on the user's scroll position. The sticky element toggles between relative and fixed depending on the scroll position. It is position relative until given offmost position is met in the viewport. They are saying the same thing that I explained you here, that suppose from top it is 300 pixels, it will not start being fixed until it comes to our given position. Okay, here also we will see example. We will scroll down, sticky is not coming us with me, it's not scrolling down, it is fixed. Now it took us value and then see. Yeah, one more thing I want to tell you. What if I make it position sticky and top 0? So what will happen now? Where I was here. See, this is my box. Fix is moving with me. Sticky, we have given some value 0. So it will not move until it reaches here. See, now my top is 0. Now it will keep moving like this. Okay, so I hope this position topic is clear to you. Now we will study one more topic, that is zindex.html. And now this is my zindex.html. So what do I mean by zindex and how do we use it? Where do we use it? That we will discuss. Just give me a second. Okay, now we will discuss about the property in CSS which is zindex. So I will go live from this particular page and let us stop all this. I'll close all this. Here we have now our Z index property. What does it do and how do we do? I have one div. Let us give it some styling. 200 pixel. Width is also 200 pixel. Okay. Now I will create one more div. Let's name it dot one. Class is also 1. Here also we have dot two, and here I will write dot two. And now my background color is also, I'll keep this background color as yellow. Not coming. Height 200 pixels, width also 200 pixels, and now border 2 pixel, solid black. Position is relative and its position is also relative. The same way I will create a third one as well. 3. I'll only change the color here, everything will be same. Okay, so this one, let's give border to the first one also. Now we have 3 borders, 1, 2 and 3. Now let's add some margin, as no need of margin. Okay, we have just position relative. Now for 2, I will say from top move 20 pixels, from left move 40 pixels. I will say from top move minus 20 pixels. Okay, instead let's give 40 minus 50. Now what I want, that my pink box should be on the top and yellow box should be below it. What I am saying, I want this pink box on the top of this yellow box. So for that I will set the Z index value. What is Z index actually? We basically have 3 axes, x, y, and in this direction, which is exactly outside, it is my z axis. Okay, so we are giving the value of z index right now. What should be on the top, what should be below? So here we have z axis. Higher the value of z axis, it is like if you want to keep a box on the top of another box, one element on the top of another element, just increase its z index. By default the z index is 1. So here I'll write z index, I'll make it 2. It is still on the top, but we wanted it to be on the bottom, so I'll make it 0. Okay, and let's come here and I'll make the z index for this to be 2. Okay, so now this has higher z index. Maybe the by default value is 0. By default value is actually 0. If I make it 1, then it is coming on the top. Now what I want to box 3, I will give a value top 40 pixel. Okay, minus 40 I will make it, minus 60 or minus 80. Okay, and in left 100 pixels. Now I want that pink should be on the top, then yellow should be on the top of green but below pink. So for that what I will do, I'll make the z index of 1 as 3, I'll make its z index 2, and I will make its z index 1. We can have the value of z index in minus also, and we can, even if I give it 1000 value, it won't make any difference. See, and here also I can give it this value in thousands. Okay, it was 10,000 actually, and I can make this value negative also. So it's all on me. So this was about our Z index. So I hope this is clear to you. So let me add these topics in your PPTs. So positions, we have 4 positions. Let me paste them here. Actually, there are 5. On MDN, they are showing only 3 positions. Where is my MDN now? Next one is sticky. Next one is position. That's better. And the next topic that we covered was box shadow. I hope I have created this CSS shadow, or I should call it box shadow. Positions, and here I have a R blue. Then we had Z index. Let's get some text from internet. Z index. The Z index property specifies the stack order of an element. Yeah, this one is important. Only works on positioned elements. That's important. So I'll paste it here as well. That is fine. I hope we have covered most of the topics. Positions, we have covered index HTML, specificity, X. Yes, we have talked about borders. Margins we have covered. I hope I have cleared all your topics. In the next class, we will learn how to make our websites perfect for mobile phones as well, because we can open these kinds of website only in the laptop only. But what if we want to open it in mobile phone? So we will make our websites responsive. Also, we will start our JavaScript from tomorrow onwards. So be there and please practice CSS. Yeah, one more topic is remaining in CSS, that is Flexbox, and it is all one of the most important topics, and we will cover it in making it responsive. Okay, let me add these topics in PPT so that we can keep a track. CSS Flexbox should be blue, and let me duplicate units in CSS. That is also a part of how we make our box responsive. Okay, so now we will meet tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.